5 elements of self. 5 elements of self. So, financial, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. I'm going to go through 5 of these, step by step, but in a simple way. And try and stay on each topic for a minute. Spiritual. Let's start there, yeah? The reason these 5 elements are important is because we are a representation of nature. We are the universe, embodied in a body. These 5 elements of self for a human being, of yourself, facilitate the best possible human experience. All the elements of a human experience. But you could argue more. 5, right? We've got 5 fingers, there's 5 elements, there's some synchronicity there. Spiritual. Spiritual is first of all understanding you aren't separated from anything, for that matter. You are collectively unified to all there ever was, has been, and will be. You are connected to that infinitely. Your spirit is tied to that. Almost like your device is connected to your Wi-Fi from the router. The router is actually just a bouncer. There's a deeper signal coming from somewhere. You could say it's not a shot anymore, but the sun is that. Not to get too deep, spirituality is understanding the holistic side of both things. Spirituality in its marketing is calm, loving, namaste. But spirituality is always, I'll fucking rip your throat out if you come near me again. It's both sides, right? It's all of these things. The reason it's important for you to master yourself is because it is your true self. It's the closest thing to your truer self, not your ego identity. And there are spiritual languages: singing, dancing, sex, food, and storytelling. I would say that those are the main spiritual languages of which you have to express yourself authentically through your spirit. And without that, you deprive yourself of your very nature. That's spirit. Mental. Mental is one of the most powerful parts of ourself because everything is mental. Everything that we experience in this reality is mental. Now, I'm not going to go too deep on my understanding of this, my relationship with this, but you can read something like the Kybalion to understand mentalism, the concept that everything is mental. And if you understand that the nature of reality isn't solid, although it perceives to be, you start to get closer to that. And our mind is a node in a collective network of all there is to know, all there is to access, everything possible, every single element of life and reality is in the collective field of consciousness, the oneness. And our mind is a receiver for that. It's like tapping into a river with your bucket being a mind in that metaphor. So your mind is responsible for either destroying your reality or creating your reality. And without a connection to your mind, you are going to be mindless. And no one being mindless is left untouched. You become easily manipulated by manipulators that manipulate the mind and create people's reality so they do things on their behalf. Slavery. Spiritual, mental, physical. We're moving around in these physical vessels. We're moving around in these bodies. We're moving around with this, again, what feels like solid. There's a central nervous system. It's like an interweb of wires, you could see it as. It's like electromagnetic. It's electric for sure. You are in this situation where, like, this vessel that you're experiencing life with greatly determines your experience. If you don't have the ability to run and jump, you experience a very different reality to someone that can run and jump. If you don't have, for example, the God gift of, you could call it symmetry, and let's say that you're born without a limb, or you're born with an additional one. It's going to affect your reality. If you're not healthy, it's going to affect your reality. Your physical vessel is literally the component that carries your experience as a human being through this dimension, right? So if you die, your spirit, your awareness will transcend, and what's left is the body. So the body, although in the greater scheme of things, is not the most true part of yourself. It's what enables you to express yourself as a human being in this dimension, this reality. So if you are connected to that and it's healthy, you're able to do more in this realm. And that is the game of life. Spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. Everything is energy, essentially. Emotion, I'm emotional, is energy in motion. It's the component of our self, the fuel, the source of everything, energy, experience and manifesting itself through us personally. And we all experience a personal emotion, how we respond and react to things. And then there's a collective energy field that happens through the seasons and the waves. When there's a big catastrophic event on Earth, we all collectively feel that in some way. When someone very famous dies, like Michael Jackson, we all feel that collective move of emotion that's moving. The most important thing to understand about emotion, more is on the micro level, is your day-to-day living. Your day-to-day living is actually the building blocks of your reality, of your outcome. If you can't control your energy, if you can't control your emotion, because you're very reactive to things, you're an emotional person, you won't be able to focus, you basically won't be able to fulfill the tasks that are required for you to achieve what you want in this level, because your energy is the most precious commodity. And if you squander it, if it's always in motion in directions that don't yield you a return or a result, you don't have a reward from your energy. You might feel this when you feel frustrated and you go and do something about it, and that creates a positive change. Or you feel frustrated, you might even know people like this, and they don't do anything about it, so they continue in loops of frustration, getting nowhere and actually getting worse. They're going somewhere and they're going down. So emotion, without controlling it, it's like you're trying to fight without senses. Just everything's all over the place. You can give it a go, but you can't fight with direction. And lastly, so we've done spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, financial. Financial is super important. Finance being also, on a deeper level, a source of energy that's contained into formats that enables us to do exchanges and trade with other people. It's a universally recognized storage of energy, which is why everything links in these 5 elements. But financial enables you, call it the tokens that enable you to experience on Earth, because everyone can experience it in their mind. A lot of people are living a dream, not the dream. They're living a dream, but their reality is vastly different. If you're living the dream, you're constantly, timescales, but you're constantly 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, depends on your scaling, behind the reality that you imagine and perceive, which is why the mental is so important. But you can only bridge the gap of those two things with finances, because finances are the key to facilitating environments and experiences. It's also tokens, more importantly than anything else, and I'm going to close on this point as we solidify a 10-minute video. I'm happy with that. Money doesn't just get you things, it removes things from you. It removes you having to deal with certain elements. It removes you having to squander and waste your time on low leveraging, low skilled, low return tasks. Money is way more of an entire matrix that you have to understand and build a relationship with than it is just a token. But tokenization enables you to live on better maps, upgrade your system, improve all those other 4 elements, because you're facilitating the environment to do so. And those 5 elements, if aligned, and you're living aligned and earning is what pulls you into what I call wisdom culture. This is a culture of people living from experience, aligned with their purpose, and that manifests subjectively, of which those are the 5 elements of self. As I capitalize on some pool time right now and getting this video done, I urge you always to just start with our financial tracker. If you can't quantify, if you can't measure, you can't grow. So start with the financial tracker. It's in the link. It's always wisdomculture.net. Wisdomculture.net. Go there. You'll be guided. And if you take the actionable step, I'm not asking for your name, your number. I'm asking for nothing but a place to send you value, which is in your email address. And that financial tracker, if you're just getting started in this, or even if you've been doing this for a little while, trying to live a life of freedom, if you want to call it that, quantifying your finances is the key and the ticket to start that process. So have fun with it. That's our gift from us to you. That's literally the sheet we use every single day. I do not bullshit you when I say I've been building that sheet for about 1.5 years. As simple as it may seem, simplicity is what wisdom also is. Simplifying things.